Well, good morning. It's been a while, and all I can say that it is finished. I'm done. Nursing school is over. Graduated, passed, walked the floor, got the fake diploma in my hand. So, very happy with that. Finally, kind of coming to a realization that it's all over with. I know that sounds so stupid when saying something like that, but it is. It took me a while. After the test, you come home. I tell you, I was spent and just emotionally drained. I was tapped. And when we got the word after they gone through the test, I'm passed. It's over. Be honest with you, didn't even feel happy. I was just didn't even feel relieved. I tell you what I did. I had a couple of drinks and I crawled in bed and I went to bed. That's exactly what I did. I had to go to work the next day, and so that. But it wasn't but a couple of days later that afterwards that it really started like to sink in, and that that is done with. Didn't share with a lot of people. I told my family that okay, you get one day. Day of graduation is a day of gloating. I didn't put anything personally like on Facebook or anything like that. It's really not my style. Sometimes I like to keep my blessings close to myself. I don't share a lot. Some people overshare, but maybe we'll talk about that on another discussion, another podcast. But I told him my wife did some good pictures, wrote something very nice, about the whole thing, and was touched and really enjoyed it. My first two daughters came. Oh, number one, number two. It was good to have them there. But yeah, it's all said and done, and now I got this gigantic hole void in my life now. And so that's kind of weird. I'm going to be honest with you. And I knew that was going to happen. I just know me. And when I accomplish a big task in life that I work on is, excuse me if I'm yawning, because a little tired. But anyway. But yeah, when I finish something big, it leaves a big hole in my life, to be completely honest. And to me, this is a me thing. This can be a very dangerous thing to have in my life, because then it's like, what are you going to use to fill this void? And so, been trying to do a little review for the NCLEX. That's what I'm waiting for, is the endorsements. And so, hadn't seen anything come through with that yet. And so with all that, I'm just trying to figure out, what to do. Been back in the gym working out, and I think that's going to be my number one goal, to be honest with you. Hey, get ready for the NCLEX review. Been working, not a lot of hours to be had for work. Company's filling up with full-timers, so, work's going to be a little touch and go. But I'm hell, what's another month and a half without having a lot of paychecks? I've been doing it for like 2 years, so a little bit longer doesn't won't hurt. But I think my biggest goal is going to be more like just kind of focus on me, more on my health. And so I've been, one thing I will say, I was pretty pleased with myself. I didn't let my body gain weight. Excuse me again. To all that, we didn't, I didn't gain a lot of weight. I did for LPN school, but I made it a point for this tonight. I made it a point to, got a nice little gym, nothing special, $20 a month. We have we call it like a county rec, but it's big. This thing is massive. Actually, very good job. Big on baseball fields outside, walking trails, frisbee golf, play area for the kids, soccer fields. The inside is nice, two big courts to play ball. They do pickleball, Zumba class, but upstairs they have, your standard weights, set of dumbbells, and everything else is like, the pin plates. which I'm okay with, to be with you, honestly with you. But I tell you, I love the 20 a month, pay as you go, and I'm okay with that. And this has got me to where I'm at now, so I want to keep at it, and I want to keep going, and keep working. Just can't focus more on my health. Summer's rolling around. Got company come over next week. Be catching up on house chores, power washing, some yard work. Hadn't get the boat out yet. I'll probably pull the cover off maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But I tell you, we've been having some chilly weather for May. It's been like in the 40s waking up in the morning, but during the daytime warming up real nice. But the lake still hasn't filled up yet. So, but get back, suppose it's having the family on the weekends. But I tell you one thing about school, and then it literally, I felt like that it has sucked a piece of my soul away that I'm never going to get back. And that does sound very corny. It sounds very nerdy. And like I said, I always know it's going to be, it's always going to be, I knew it was going to be hard, but it's, when you finish school like I did and you're not even excited, it just sucked everything out of you. But just glad that it's done. I'm going to be moving on. Start July 20th on my new job. I accepted a nurse residency program, ICU floor. Excited and not, be honest with you, a little concerned, a little excited but concerned. Learning ICU stuff, and so the learning never stops. It never stops there. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more podcasting out. I don't know. I might try to rebrand or maybe rename this, and have to see where we're going to go with it, how that's going to work out. But I'll have to do a little research on it. But anyway, this is going to be a short one. Just kind of talking right off the cuff here is just want to share. It's done, and I'm hoping that people can see what I did. And I didn't go to the penny ceremony. I'm going to backtrack. I know I'm rambling on. I didn't go to the penny. Didn't want to go to the penny. It's not my, it's not my thing. But I think a graduation, I think that was to me, I want at least to be a big testimony. See someone, me, 55, been working on this for 30 years, off and on, taking classes. And, it happened. It happened there. And as I heard someone say, you just don't go to school. He goes, your spouse will go to school. He goes, your family will go to school. Your coworkers will go to school. When you're in it, they're all in it too. And especially with the family, I have to give hats off to my wife. She was very supportive through the bitching and griping, the highs and the lows, and stuck with me. I think she's more happier than I am, to be honest with you. And so, but I know in the long run it's going to be worth it all. It's going to be nice to get back into things that I enjoy. Excuse me again. And as you know, I won't edit none of this out. This is what you get. You're going to listen to me here. So, but anyway, I'm just going to kind of call it quits for this morning. You got any questions, comments? Please comment. And I usually never say anything about that. I'm not big on marketing this. I kind of do this, thing as a little creativity, but I don't know where I'm going to go with it now. I don't know. I'm not a big educator. I'm more hands-on, on the floor, helping people, one-on-one. So I don't know which way I'm going to go with this podcast now. So kind of at a crossroads now. So if y'all have any ideas, suggestions, I'd be more than happy to listen to them and read the comments. So, but anyway, I want to thank you for listening, and y'all have a good Saturday.